ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ. So we are meeting after 2 weeks now, nearly. So वेदो नित्यमधीयताम् तदुदितं कर्मस्वनुष्ठीयताम् तेनेशस्य विधीयताम् अपचितिः काम्ये मतिस्त्यज्यताम् तेनेशस्य विधीयतामपचितिः काम्ये मतिस्त्यज्यताम् संगस्सत्सु विधीयतां भगवतो भक्तिर्दृढाधीयताम् संगस्सत्सु विधीयतां भगवतो भक्तिर्दृढाधीयताम्.
Sir, 2 lines are left in between.
What?
पापौघः
परिधूयतां भवसुखे दोषोऽनुसन्धीयताम् पापौघः परिधूयतां भवसुखे दोषोऽनुसन्धीयताम् आत्मेच्छाव्यवसीयतां निजगृहात् तूर्णं विनिर्गम्यताम् आत्मेच्छाव्यवसीयतां निजगृहात् तूर्णं विनिर्गम्यताम् संगस्सत्सु विधीयतां भगवतो भक्तिर्दृढाधीयताम् संगस्सत्सु विधीयतां भगवतो भक्तिर्दृढाधीयताम् शान्त्यादिः परिचीयतां दृढतरं कर्माशु संत्यज्यताम् शान्त्यादिः परिचीयतां दृढतरं कर्माशु संत्यज्यताम् सद्विद्वानुपसृप्यतां प्रतिदिनं तत्पादुकासेव्यताम् सद्विद्वानुपसृप्यतां प्रतिदिनं तत्पादुकासेव्यताम् ब्रह्मैकाक्षरमर्थ्यतां श्रुतिशिरो वाक्यं समाकर्ण्यताम् ब्रह्मैकाक्षरमर्थ्यतां श्रुतिशिरो वाक्यं समाकर्ण्यताम् वाक्यार्थश्च विचार्यतां श्रुतिशिरः पक्षः समाश्रीयताम् वाक्यार्थश्च विचार्यतां श्रुतिशिरः पक्षः समाश्रीयताम् दुस्तर्कात् सुविरम्यतां श्रुतिमतस्तर्कोऽनुसन्धीयताम् दुस्तर्कात् सुविरम्यतां श्रुतिमतस्तर्कोऽनुसन्धीयताम् ब्रह्मास्मीति विभाव्यताम् अहरहर्गर्वः परित्यज्यताम् ब्रह्मास्मीति विभाव्यताम् अहरहर्गर्वः परित्यज्यताम् देहेऽहमिति रुज्यतां बुधजनैर्वादः परित्यज्यताम् देहेऽहमिति रुज्यतां बुधजनैर्वादः परित्यज्यताम् क्षुद्व्याधिश्च चिकीत्स्यतां प्रतिदिनं भिक्षौषधं भुज्यताम् क्षुद्व्याधिश्च चिकीत्स्यतां प्रतिदिनं भिक्षौषधं भुज्यताम् स्वाद्वन्नं तु याच्यतां विधिवशात् प्राप्तेन सन्तुष्यताम् स्वाद्वन्नन्न तु याच्यतां विधिवशात् प्राप्तेन सन्तुष्यताम् शीतोष्णादिविषह्यतां न तु वृथा वाक्यं समुच्चार्यताम् शीतोष्णादिविषह्यतां न तु वृथा वाक्यं समुच्चार्यताम् औदासीन्यमभीप्स्यतां जनकृपानैष्ठुर्यमुत्सृज्यताम् औदासीन्यमभीप्स्यतां जनकृपानैष्ठुर्यमुत्सृज्यताम् एकान्ते सुखमास्यतां परतरे चेतः समाधीयताम् एकान्ते सुखमास्यतां परतरे चेतः समाधीयताम् पूर्णात्मा सुसमीक्ष्यतां जगदिदं तद्व्याधितं दृश्यताम् पूर्णात्मा सुसमीक्ष्यतां जगदिदं तद्व्याधितं दृश्यताम् प्राक्कर्म प्रविलाप्यतां चितिबलान्नाप्युत्तरैश्लिष्यताम् प्राक्कर्म प्रविलाप्यतां चितिबलान्नाप्युत्तरैश्लिष्यताम् प्रारब्धं त्विह भुज्यतामथ परब्रह्मात्मना स्थीयताम् प्रारब्धं त्विह भुज्यताम् अथ परब्रह्मात्मना स्थीयताम्. Okay. So we will try to do a recap. I am not very sure where did I stop it last time, but anyways, if it is not taken, you tell me that.
आवाज कमी आहे का? आवाज तुमच्याकडून कमी आहे का?
नाही फुल आहे.
असं वाटते.
तुमचा तिकडे वाढून बघा. I think others are able to hear.
Yes, sir, we can hear it.
Okay. तुमचा तिकडे वाढून बघा जरा. Okay. Now this Sadhana Panchakam very clearly is 40 to 41 different activities which needs to be done in a sequence, right from brahmacharya ashrama to sannyasa ashrama, and learn and become free. So that is the whole purpose of putting it in 5 lines or 5 shlokas. Shankara Bhagavad-pada, probably these are some of the last works which he has done, because that's the time you are able to see that he is so nicely made it concise and precise. So the whole, what is to be done, why it is to be done, what is the sequence, everything just put together in just 5 shlokas. And that obviously will come with a lot of knowledge, maturity, experience and proficiency in the subject. So here, as it starts, very clearly it is the Vedas very clearly in the Purva Bhaga and the Uttara Bhaga gives certain karmas, vidhi and nishedas. And the Acharya here very clearly says that we have to completely follow this vidhi nisheda, learn it, implement it in our life. Okay, and do not forget the basic purpose of this human birth, to get moksha. So very clearly that is the objective, and so the Acharya clearly places sequence of activities. So if we are having some interest in, no, moksha is the goal which I have, not one of the goal. Time mila to moksha, no, not that way. Moksha is the only goal when we think, then one will actually end up following each step in a sequence, and only from these steps in a sequence you will be able to, it is more a time tested and a proper Vaidika way how to become free and completely go away from the samsara. Right? Now, with the passage of time, there are many of these things which cannot be made relevant because the Vaidika system itself is not working today. The ashrama system, the varna system is more or less completely gone, and hence still what the whole objective is, irrespective of what system is there or not, we still have to work out, we still have to within the framework work out a way how we will be able to achieve moksha. Okay, so there is still a possibility on that, but then we will have to manage it towards what current infrastructure we have and fit into it and still go ahead. What is important is we need to have the correct vision and complete dedication that this will lead us to freedom. That Shraddha, if it is there, then only it will go ahead. If we start challenging, is it true? That is all true that time. आज क्या करें? समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. You will actually get stuck. Okay, and let me be again clear to all of you all. We have told this many a times. If we consider that there is some other way to get moksha, the answer is no. There are many people who still believe, or I would say en masse people who still believe that there are many roads leading to the same goal. The answer is no. They are sequentially placed paths. You will have to go follow that path properly and then only you will reach there. If you consider these to be parallel paths, you will not be able to reach the goal. That is for sure. Right? Then the question comes that are the others, what they are saying, are they untrue? The answer is no. That needs to be done as a means towards our goal, but that cannot take us to the goal. Then what will take you to the goal? If the problem of samsara is related to ignorance, then only knowledge can solve it. If my problem is thirst, then only water can solve it. If my problem is hunger, only food can solve it. If my problem is hunger, if I tell you do bhajan, nothing, it will not work. You have to do bhojan only, not bhajan at that time. So, based on the problem, we have to take that type of a solution, and when that solution is in place, the problem disappears. The problem dissolves. Correct? So, seemingly when we look at there is a problem called samsara, which actually in reality is not there, the acharyas say, follow this path of Vaidika system, and when you go properly learn, understand, get all your queries clarified and change your habitual nature of looking at yourself from Dehatma Buddhi to Jivatma Buddhi to Atma Buddhi, that sequential step will only lead you to moksha. All the other steps are surely necessary, they are important, but they have their own benefit in place. They cannot have a benefit called moksha. Yoga, yes, it is useful, but it has got a purpose. Nama Sankirtana, yes, it is useful, it has got a purpose. Puja, yes, it is useful, it has got a purpose. Going to temples, going to Tirtha Yatras, yes. Doing Dana Dharma, yes. But none of this can give you moksha, that is clear. Because the Shruti itself very clearly mentions this many a times, and the Smriti has taken from that and kept on, मतलब ढोल बजा बजा के सर का अंदर डाल रहे कि if we feel that the rest of the things will work, then you are fooling yourself. Like people now will say that no, in Kali Yuga, take God's name, that is good enough. No. that is not good enough to give moksha. God's name is necessary to get chitta ekagrata, to get shraddha, to get bhakti. That are benefits very clearly. Just by taking God's name, I will get moksha, is fooling yourself, because the problem is not taking God's name. The problem is my ignorance that I am bound, and the knowledge is I am never bound. But I am not ready to accept it. How are you telling? I am a Mahasamsari, and that is where you have to then slowly go. Suddenly from this Dehatma Buddhi, if Atma Buddhi is given, it will be major indigestion. It will purge out from the whole system. You will throw it away. So the sequential step is, like good children, get into Karma Yoga, do Karma, get into Karma Yoga, then drop Karma, go into Upasana. Then with Upasana, once you have Chitta Shuddhi, Chitta Ekagrata, Chitta Vishalata, then go properly and learn from a teacher, an able teacher. Then understand, clarify your doubts, change your, once you are established with this knowledge, change your habit and be free. That's all. So it's a very simple course which you have to follow, and based on the student's ability, the duration of the course will change. Correct? If I am going to sit in every class 80 KT 3 times, can I tell that I will complete in 15 years graduation? Never. I will only complete 5 standards. Why? In every class I have 3 times 80 KT. Why? I didn't understand. So okay, sit, no problem. But that much time more it will take. Someone who is very quick will go faster, but all have to pass through the same path. If you miss it out here, the Shastras also say that if you go to Swarga, if you go to Brahma Loka, there better teachers are there, better environment is there, where it will take you ahead. But your focus cannot change either here, इधर से छुटकारा मिलेगे नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं, उधर भी तुमको जाके यही करना पड़ेगा. सुबह शाम ब्रह्मा जी will be doing only one thing, aham brahmasmi. Correct? And that is how the only way to go ahead is this path. So let us see what that path is, understand it. Let us also understand what is practically possible in that path, and what is today's infrastructure does not allow us to do. Then with the available infrastructure, what is the other substitute, or what is the other way by which we can still go ahead. Okay, so very clearly the first step is Vedo Nityam Adhiyatam. So you need to learn the Vedas, completely understand, learn. When you say learn the Vedas, learn it by heart, chant it, learn to know the meaning of it, learn the Vedangas, learn the Veda Bhagas. Some idea and some meanings of it should be there. How to do karma should be known. What are the various vidhis you have to know. What are the samskaras. All these are learned. Like for example, we have a curriculum till you complete your 10th standard. There is a curriculum. So this is a part of that curriculum. So you need to complete it. So today if we say that, oh, I have to become very successful, everyone will say, no, you have to study. You at least basically complete a graduation minimum. For that you have to complete a 10th standard. That means there is a curriculum to it. Exactly the same way, there was a curriculum in the Vedic system. Even now that curriculum is there, but many of us have completely decided not to go into that way of studies. Okay, so Vedo Nityam Adhiyatam, what is the benefit of it? It will teach you the purpose and goal of life. It will make you understand what needs to be done, when, how, what should not be done. That is a clear working manual for all of us. That is why Vedo Nityam Adhiyatam, you can't at any point of time leave it. Whenever you need, either you should be sure that it is told in Vedas, you will follow, or when you are not sure, you have to go and refer back to the manual. But follow what it is telling, rather than using our intelligence, because our intelligence can fool us. How much ever seemingly we believe that it is good for us, we are looking it through our ragadvesha, hence can go wrong. Veda will never look at any personal ragadvesha. It will tell you in general good, which is going to help you to grow, right? So Vedo Nityam Adhiyatam Taduditam. This word Taduditam is very, very important. Having known that knowledge, that what comes out as karma from that knowledge, that means dharmika karma, swadharma, what you are supposed to do in your life. Okay, you have a swadharma. That means if I am a brahmana, I have a certain job. If I am a kshatriya, I have a certain job. If I am a vaishya, I have a certain job. If I am a shudra, I have a certain job. If I am in brahmacharya ashrama, I have a certain job. If I am in grihastha, I have a certain job. In vanaprastha, I have a certain job. If I go to sannyasa, I have got a different job. I think we looked at it in detail, and very clearly we have understood that, okay, we need to ensure that we follow the matrix. We can't be doing in grihastha ashrama something like brahmacharya or a sannyasa, and in sannyasa ashrama you can't do something like a grihastha ashrama. Both are a misfit, right? So we need to learn, we need to understand, and we need to start implicitly following, not blindly following it with shraddha. Okay, saying that it is good for us, it is going to take us ahead to the next level, it is only going to help us, it is going to give us stability of the mind, chitta shuddhi is going to happen. That is why I need to do the karmas as mentioned in the Vedas. Shruti pramana yukta karma. Now, what are the karmas which the Shruti tells? Nitya karma, naimitika karma, okay, then kamya karma, prayaschitta karma, nishiddha karma. Okay, nishiddha karma, at all times you have to start stopping it. You have to start becoming sensitive that I am doing certain nishiddha karma. If I am not even aware that I am doing certain nishiddha karma, then I have a problem. That is gross ignorance. It is not ignorance of Atma. It is gross ignorance even of Vedas. So first you have to know what is the right karma and what is not the right karma, what is vihita karma and what is nishiddha karma. That is Vedo Nityam Adhiyatam will tell you, based on that only, karma swanushthiyatam, swadharma swakarma anushtiyatam. Okay, now there is a problem. All the Vaidika karmas which have been told, there are many prerequisites for it. Today's infrastructure doesn't allow us to do it. There are 41 samskaras which it tells that these are nitya karma, naimitya karma, kamya karmas are there, right from prenatal to post death. It talks of 21 yagas, 7 paka yajnas, 7 havir yajnas, 7 soma yajnas, 21 yajnas. My God, forget it. एक आग साल में एक बार किधर घर में जलाए तो बहुत बड़ा चीज़ है. We are talking of 7 yajnas. Impossible. Correct? So the Vedas are very, very, with a lot of humility, like a mother understands the limitations of the children and accordingly gives alternatives. So the Vedas have given alternatives which are called as Pancha Mahayajnas. Right? Pancha Mahayajnas are Deva Yajna. How many people are listening this Pancha Mahayajna for the first time? Anyone listening about Pancha Mahayajna for the first time? First time? You are listening for the first time? I am sure no, uncle, you know it. Who is listening for it the first time? That means I can assume that everyone knows about it, right? So then accordingly we will go. So Deva Yajnaha, Pitri Yajnaha, Rishi Yajnaha or Brahma Yajnaha, and then you have Manushya Yajnaha and Bhuta Yajnaha. Okay. Now, if you look at this Pancha Mahayajnas, the way it has been told in the Vedas is not what you are supposed to do now. Okay. The Pancha Mahayajnas told in the Vedas are Deva Yajna is, which is supposed to be homas. Rishi Yajnas are going to be various other tarpanas. Or Devas are, it is going to be pujas. Pitri yajnas are going to be Shraddha Tarpanadi. Bhuta yajna is supposed to be Bali. Okay. And Manushya yajna is supposed to be Vaishwadeva yajna. Not something what we understand as what we can do today. No, the Vedas actually never told it that way. उसको वापस रिलैक्स कर करके नव आचार्य से कुछ नहीं यार, खाना खाने का पहले थोड़ा तो किसी को खिला दो, इतना सोच रहेगा तो बहुत बड़ा हो गया. See, earlier a grihastha, in Manusmriti, grihastha has been praised so much. A grihastha has been praised so much in Manusmriti. He says, for every prani, as air is a necessity, for every living being, air is a necessity, right? It cannot sustain without air. Same way, our society cannot sustain without grihasthas. Grihastha is the air of the society. इससे ज़्यादा how much more glorification of grihastha ashrama should be done? Why? Grihastha only and only can earn and distribute wealth. Only grihasthas can earn wealth, only grihasthas can distribute wealth. The other three ashramas cannot earn wealth. They cannot distribute wealth. In some of the ashramas, they cannot even go to Agni. Very clearly, a sannyasi cannot go to Agni. Okay. Brahmacharya ashrama, Vanaprastha ashrama, Sannyasa ashrama, 100% they have to follow the way it is mentioned as celibacy. No question at all on that. मतलब there is छूट है ही नहीं उधर. In grihastha ashrama छूट है to ensure, because without grihastha ashrama being there, brahmacharya ashrama cannot sustain. Correct? After passing grihastha ashrama only you can go to vanaprastha. If you have not passed grihastha ashrama, sannyasa ashrama is virtually impossible. That is that pravritti marga is very clear. Otherwise that mind will be highly disturbed. Coming to earning, brahmacharis cannot earn. Vanaprastha does not have capability to earn. Sannyasi should not earn. Coming to cooking, brahmacharis should not cook, they should go by bhiksha. Okay. Then, can you please mute Ananda Kulkarni? Yeah. Then you have grihastha ashrama who can cook and who can give bhiksha to the other three. Vanaprastha cannot cook. They have to also be on bhiksha. Think about it. Sannyasi is 100% bhiksha. Only grihastha ashrama can do anything which is called a yajna, because for every yajna you need panta, 5 things together. Yajamana, patni, children, that is what is called as putraha, daiva vit, manushya vit. And only a grihastha can have all the 5. Brahmachari cannot have patni, putra, manushya vit. Vanaprastha cannot have manushya vit. He has to leave everything and go to Vanaprastha, right? He cannot say, I will go with all my property to Vanaprastha. Then he need not go to Vanaprastha. He can very well sit in his property where he is. Correct? So if he has to leave everything and go, he doesn't have that. So he doesn't have property, wealth. Sannyasi does not have any of this. Correct? And hence, grihastha is the main pillar of this whole society. Why am I telling so much about grihastha? We are all grihasthas. We have to support the whole society. बंद मुट्ठी को खोलो. give whatever possible. Give. Don't look at who is qualified to accept it. Don't look at what is happening by that. Give to trees, give to animals, give to birds, give to people. Teach, distribute your wealth. By God's grace you have got enough that you can distribute to the needy and poor. Pay our taxes properly. Do not find out all the jugaad to not pay the taxes. Follow that rules and regulation. If that question is asked, if I follow, what will happen? The whole world doesn't follow. The question is, you are following it for your chitta shuddhi and not for the world to sustain. If you want chitta shuddhi, you have to follow it. If you want your mind to be calm, you have to follow it. So do it for yourself. Completely selfishly do it. Pay the taxes selfishly so that I can sleep well. Are we able to get this? Grihastha is a very important role. Very, very important role. And once after the age of 55, 60, how much ever you want to do, the body will not allow you to do. Because that is the time, don't fight with the body. That is where upasana is there. So right now you run, do whatever you want, do maximum. Toil with that body for the society. That will give a lot of mental peace and happiness. Whatever you can, right? So understand that the concept of this ashrama system, the Vaidika karma system, is to get chitta shuddhi. Nothing else, right? And when we are going to follow this, either through the 41 samskaras which have been told, or at least through the Panchamaha yajnas, or at least do the basic things by which the mind will be calm and it will not get more extrovert. Anything which is going to make the mind more introvert is what is called Vaidika Vihita Karma. Anything which is going to make your mind extrovert is Nishiddha Karma. Simple, very simple rule. Very simple rule. Okay, so go with more Vihita Karma. Try to avoid and stop Nishiddha Karma. Whenever you do some Nishiddha Karma and you feel that no, I should not have done, immediately do a Prayashchitta Karma. Go in front of the Lord, do Namaskar, submit, say that I made a mistake, I will never do this in my life. Take a promise and then be sincere to your own promise. Slowly Nishiddha Karmas will go. As much as we have to put guna in us, see what we do. We take bath first. Then we apply all the different colors you apply. Correct? To look fair and lovely. Tell me, without bath, can you apply fair and lovely? Why do you take bath? First is remove kachra. कचरे का ऊपर दूसरा चीज रखेगा तो बैठेगा ही नहीं ना, तो कचरा निकालना जरूरी है. करेक्ट? सो फर्स्ट स्टॉप द निषिद्ध कर्मा, clean it up, and then do the vihita karma, nitya karma. But while doing all that prayashchitta karma and all, don't say now wait, it is no more time for doing nitya karma and all. No, I will not do it. No, both will happen simultaneously. जैसा हम रोज स्नान करते, रोज पाउडर डालते, यू डोंट से नहीं आज स्नान किया ना कल पाउडर डालेंगे. नो, दोनों साथ में करना है. सो सेम वे, स्टॉप द निषिद्ध कर्मा. इफ यू डू इट, डू अ प्रायश्चित्त कर्मा, एंड टू कॉम्प्लीमेंट इट, डू द नित्य नैमित्तिक कर्मा, विच इज विहित कर्मा. When you start doing that, slowly you without knowing, you have gone into it. You slowly start liking it. Think about it. See, you slowly started coming to this class. Now you started liking it. Earlier you had to put an effort. I have to see the time. I should ensure that I do not take any other appointment. I have to, ये सब काम बाकी है, इसको पहला कर दूंगा so that I can attend the class. So there will be many things. But today, it is effortlessly happening. The other things are already set in its place. Right? You started liking it. So automatically, without an effort, things start working. Same way in the karmas, once you start liking it, do it. Surely there are going to be karmas which you hate. Don't consider all the karmas you will like it. There will be many karmas which you will hate. Still we have to do it. Okay? Anichannapi, without my ichha, still there are many karmas which you will have to do. For example, if someone is ill at home, how many people love to take care? You are taking care out of your compassion, you are taking care out of your love and this, but how many people love? Otherwise you would have become a nurse. You would not be doing what you are doing today, right? If you like nursing, you would have become a nurse. How many of us really like to be nurse? Barring people who like that. No. But then, Arey yaar, I don't like it, so should I leave the person? No, you will still do it. Correct? So there are many things in our life, we have to do it. Disciplining our children, how many people like the child to cry? No, many will not like. But still you will have to do it. Because it is good for us, it is good for the child. It is good for the society, it's good for everyone. So few of the things we will have to do it. Then while doing it, what should be our attitude? It is for overall good. It is what is vihita karma. It is for my chitta shuddhi. It is not for any benefit of mine, and hence I do it with full commitment and shraddha. As much shraddha I will put to do what I like, with the same shraddha I will have to do the things which I dislike also, but which are dharmic, which I am supposed to do. Okay, same way, with that much of shraddha, all the adharmic things I will not do. There with shraddha, don't try to do it. Okay, shraddha being the same, that means bring maximum resistance internally. The resistance have to come only internally, it is never from outside. Whenever we do it, it is purely because of our mind. Whenever we stop doing it, it is again because of our mind. We only blame the external situation and the society for it. अरे इसका वजह से मुझे करना पड़ा. Nothing of that sort. मुझे करना था इसलिए मैं किया एंड मैं उसका ऊपर ब्लेम डाल रहा हूँ अभी. Okay, so that resistance and liking both are in our mind and both have to be exercised when it has to be done, right? Very clearly. So vedo nityam adhiyatam taduditam karma swanushthiyatam. Are we clear? Taduditam karma. And another very very important thing, this is where the swadharma comes. Whatever is your duty to the society, as per your dharma, you have to do it. Shreyan swadharmo vigunaha paradharma swanushthitat swadharme nidhanam shreyaha. There would be a particular job which I am supposed to do it, and there is another job which is not my job, but I love to do it. If you dump the job which you are supposed to do and do the job which you love to do it, it is useless. It is useless. Suppose if I do the job which I am supposed to do and I die in it, it is still graceful than not doing that job and trying to do some other job. Understand where this is told, in what context. Krishna tells Arjuna, Arjuna, in the war, you don't like to fight. That is why you want to run away. Two problems. You are a Kshatriya, your Swadharma is Yuddhecha Apalayanam. 18th chapter it comes, Yuddhechapya Palayanam. You cannot run away from a Yuddha because that is your Dharma. You are running away from Swadharma. One problem. Then you are saying, I am going to run away and go where? Take sannyasa. Maha problem. Why? For a Kshatriya, sannyasa ashrama is not there. You can only go up to Vanaprastha. So now you are doing two adharmic things and you will have a problem. What will happen? Wherever you go, you will form a new association, Pandava association of sannyasis, and then start fighting for their rights. Why? Your habit is to be an administrative person, be a warrior. Rajoguna, filled with Rajoguna, you are going to a place where Sattva-guna Pradhana is there, you will be a misfit. You have to first become that. So your Swadharma is Rajoguna. Don't go to things which are other than that, it will be a misfit. Okay, so do things as per your Swadharma, whatever is told, whether you may like it or you may not like it, then only you will get Shreyaha, then only your Chitta Shuddhi will happen. Once Chitta Shuddhi happens, hopefully in next Janma at least, things will improve than what it is in this Janma. Okay, so that continuity of Janma is something which we cannot forget it and consider that only this Dehatma and this Janma is there for us. So I need to achieve whatever I want. See, the difference between people who are totally body based, that is Dehatma Buddhi, are the people who believe that they were born in this and they will die, and after that there is nothing, and before birth there was nothing. They have no idea of it, which means the whole life is from the date of birth to date of death. That means everything is around the body. So Dehatma Buddhi, they are going to look at things absolutely with the Tamoguna only. There is no question of Rajoguna and Sattva-guna coming. The moment you go to Jivatma Buddhi, then the basic premise is there is going to be sequence of lives. Based on your karma and the karma phala, the next life will come. Based on that, opportunities will come. So if I need to get the right and good opportunities, I need to do something today. If I put the right seed, then only the right tree will come over a period of time. So with Jivatma Buddhi, Chitta Shuddhi can happen. And Rajoguna is mainly on Jivatma Buddhi. Then you move to the Sattva Guna, which is Atma Buddhi. There, irrespective of lives, all the lives are finally the same thing only. It is one Atma. And when you look at everything with Atma Buddhi, it is a Shuddha, very clean and a pure thought. That is a fertile place where Jnanam seed can be sown by the teacher. Okay. Otherwise, in a Tamoguna mind, if this is sown, what happens? There will be a lot of weeds and such. The ground itself will kill the seed. Okay. So that is why the teachers were never giving all this knowledge also directly to anyone. Such online classes can never be there because it is case to case base. They will evaluate each person. Okay. So coming back, Vedo nitya madiyatam taduditam karmasu anushtiyatam teneshasya vidhiyatam Ishasya vidhiyatam apachitihi. Okay, you are doing it. What should be the attitude of doing it? Ishasya vidhiyatam. This is given to me by God for my betterment. So I have completely Ishwararpana Buddhi. Whatever I am doing, let it be Arpana to Ishwara. Now, the Vedic karmas also wants you to get this as a clear result. By doing that, you will start submitting all your karma to the Ishwara. Correct? And you are ready for anything which comes as the result. So, one is your predestined jobs which you do. Other is all the jobs, whenever whatever we are doing, yadyat karma karomi akhilam tattat Ishvara Arpanam. Whatever I am doing, do it that it is for Ishvara Arpanam. By this, we are subduing our ahankara. And Sattva Guna will automatically start growing. Okay. So, तेनेशस्य विधीयताम अपचितिः काम्ये मतिस्त्यज्यताम. Kamye matistyajyatam. The moment you start doing all the karma with Ishvara Arpana Buddhi, what will happen to your Kamya karmas? Will they be there or will they start reducing? Okay. Karma continues to be there, but Kamya reduces. My desire from that karma reduces, but I will still do the karma. From outside, everyone looks like it is the same thing happening. No change is there. But within me, I know earlier I did it for a particular result. Now I am doing it just for the process of doing it, not expecting anything as a result, because while doing it itself, it is Ishvara Arpana Buddhi. But for a person who is seeing from outside, they will see the same karma happening. But surely they will see that attitude in which you were doing the karma and you are doing the karma, that visibly changes. And they will say that paripakvata, that maturity, that liking, that oneness with that job has already come now. That will be clearly visible. Right? So, kamye matistyajyatam. Why kamye matistyajyatam? Why should we drop this kamya karmas? Why? See, the Vedas themselves say, Shrirvarcha Swamayushyam Arogyam Abhidat Shobhamanam Mahiyate Dhanyam Dhanam Pashum Bahuputra Labham Shatasamvatsaram Dirghamayuhu. You are asking all this. Isn't it Kamya Karma? Yes or no? 5 रुपया का मंदिर में जाके 5 रुपया का रिसीट फाड़ने का, साथ में 50 लोग का नाम और नक्षत्र देने का पूजा के लिए, है कि नहीं? हाँ? And then that person also should at least chant 15 lines saying, you will get this also, 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 ये भी मिलना चाहिए, वो भी मिलना चाहिए. He will not leave anything for tomorrow. चलो यार आज इतना मिल गया, कल बाकी का मिलने दो. नहीं नहीं नहीं, सब एक ही हो. 5 रुपया का रिसीट पे सब कुछ मिलना चाहिए, वो मिल जाएगा. चलो, इट इज एग्जैक्टली लाइक व्हाट वी डू. धन मन तन सब कुछ तेरा, है कि नहीं? इन द आरती व्हाट वी टेल, तेरा तुझको ही अर्पण. Like that, Bhagavan also says, Dhanyam, Dhanam, Pashum, Bahuputra, Labham, Shatasamvatsaram, Dirghamayuhu. You will be very fine, fantastic. बाहर जाते जाते पहला एक्सीडेंट, ठाप. समझ में आया? You will keep the leg outside the temple. आके एक रिक्शा ठाप मार के गया. What happened? Aroga Dridagatrata Siddhi Rastu. This person would have told, Aroga Dridagatrata. बाहर गया तो सीधा फटका मारा. तो हम भी जैसा धन मन तन तुझको अर्पण, भगवान भी वैसे ही धान्यम धनम पशुम बहुपुत्र लाभम शतसंवत्सरम दीर्घमायु बोल रहे. कल वापस जाओ, 5 रुपया का रिसीट दो, वापस वही 15 लाइन आएगा. कितना साल ऐसा चलाने का? हाउ मेनी इयर्स वी हैव टू कंटिन्यू? डजंट मेक सेंस ना? डजंट मेक सेंस. सो वी हैव, इफ वी आर कमिटेड, भगवान विल ऑल्सो बी कमिटेड. If we are committed, you will not ask for anything. It doesn't mean that you don't need anything. You will say that whenever I have to get it, I will get it. I am fine with what I have. That contentment should be there. Okay. There has to be a motive in doing things, but there cannot be a craving for doing things. There can be a lakshya for doing things, a sankalpa for doing things, but there cannot be a bandhana for doing things. Are we able to understand that? See, without a lakshya, you can't do anything. Without a sankalpa, without a goal, without an objective, you will not do anything, right? Then what is the difference? Stopping things? No. You still do it, but you do not attach any bondage to it. I am doing it, Mila, thank you. Nahi Mila, still thank you, because you chose not to give it to me. I am ready to accept it. Are we able to get this? That is called kamye matistyajyata. Not leaving everything and running away. That is not kamye matistyajyata. Kamye matistyajyata means within the system I do it like a person who is doing kamya karma, but without any sankalpa of getting that kamana for me. With the same vigor, vitality and everything, I will still do with that enthusiasm, I will do everything, but I am not really interested. Whatever the result comes, I am okay with it. I am enjoying the process of doing it. That process itself has given me the result. After that, result is always delta time, correct? Action, effort, delta time, result. Action at that time, enjoyment of result will not need to wait for that delta time for what comes as result. क्योंकि वो बाद में जो आता है becomes बिग बाजार का ऑफर, इसके साथ एक फ्री हो जाता है. वो मिला तो ठीक है, चलो आज गया बाजार में, आज ऑफर नहीं है तो क्या नहीं खरीदेंगे? फिर भी खरीदेंगे ना. जो खरीदना है उसके लिए गए वो तो खरीदेंगे. नहीं, आज ऑफर नहीं है, लेट मी कम बैक. देन यू आर एक्चुअली गोइंग फॉर ऑफर, यू आर नॉट गोइंग फॉर व्हाट यू वांट टू बाय. दैट वोंट वर्क. So be with the process, enjoy the process, be completely submitted to it, and after that if you get some benefit also, that is big bazaar ka offer. Thank you God, you thought of giving me. Okay, but why should this kamye matistyajyata be there? Suppose if it was not there, suppose, let us imagine, in this Acharya does not say kamye matistyajyata. That means I should be doing karma, I will be doing all dharmika karma, I will be asking for dharmika results. For example, I will say I need 3 houses after paying legitimately all my taxes. Kamya or kamya? Kamya. Dharmika? Dharmika. What is the problem? I can still do that, right? But why even that dharmika kamya, they say reduce it? Why are they telling that?
Bondage is there.
Because with every karma, what comes? 3 in-laws are sitting. क्या आया साथ में? बंधकत्वम, अतृप्तिकरत्वम, दुख मिश्रितत्वम. How much ever you do it, that 3 things will be there. And so far as these 3 things are there, that is the main reason for you to call yourself bandha. Yes or no? My dukkha, my bandha, my atrupti is the thing which I want to get out from. That is why I am doing all these things. So this is one of the biggest enemy for it. So the earlier I drop them, the better it is. Kamye matistyajyatam, 100% has to be done before. It is not after we get the aham brahmasmi knowledge, oh now I understand why kamye matistyajyatam, let me leave it. No, you can't do it, because with kamye mati, aham brahmasmi knowledge itself will not come. Correct? So first is Kamye matistyajyatam. Only with that, on that mind, Aham Brahmasmi knowledge can come. Okay, so very clearly, Kamye matistyajyatam. Then he says, Papaugha paridhuyatam. Correct? The next one is that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just revising so that we don't miss out. It's after some days and we have taken bits and pieces. When you look at it together, then only the whole meaning comes beautifully. Papaugha paridhuyatam. Ogha means ocean, waves filled with just falling. Paridhuyatam, clean up. That means do all your prayaschitta karma. You know how many things which you have done wrong. That repentance should be there. Correct? What will happen if I say, okay, I don't have any kamya karma, but I don't also want to do प्रायश्चित्त कर्मा? तो क्या हुआ, मैंने किया ये, ठीक है, अभी मुझे ये जरूरत नहीं, लेकिन तभी मैं किया. See, because that is the other part of this ego. I am that way only. How many people say that? I am that way only. If you like, it's okay. If you don't like, that's your problem. I am that way only. What is this I am that way only means? I have got a crystallized ego. I am that way only means what? Don't try to come near it. It is a ball of fire, I will burn and leave you, throw you out. Don't come near it. Highly grossified ego. Correct? And so far as this ego is going to be there, see, I don't want to earn anything new. I have no kamya. But I will not even accept any nonsense. Maji satakte. समझ में आ रहा है? I don't want anything from you. Did I ask you anything? No, I don't want. But I will not accept any nonsense. Are we able to get this? These are gross minds. Very, very gross mind. And it has to slowly, धीरे धीरे उसको तोड़ के उसको, you have to make it, जैसा वो चपाती का आटा गूंथते हैं ना, जितना उसको गूंदो उतना वो सॉफ्ट बन जाता है. Like that, this mind and that ego has to be made pliable. That gross needs to become more subtle. We have to become very sensitive. Which means what? I need to see that I am not disturbed by anyone. I am happy with myself. I will not accept nonsense. बोलेगा तो भैया हम हमारा करते जा रहे हैं. Who asked you to accept and who asked you not to accept? Who are you? When that question comes, now who are you to accept and non-accept? Then the answer comes there. That means, oh, unwantedly I gave myself a very big value. When I say I, what does this I mean here? My mind, my ways of thinking. Correct? That needs to be respected by everyone. That needs to be adhered to. All should agree to that. My way or the highway. And what does the Shastra say? Your way is not at all there. There is only one called Shruti way or the Shastra way. Your job is just to follow it. Where is the question of your way and my way and highway? Nothing is there. I don't like it. Who are you to like and not like it? You actually don't exist. You don't exist. Then where is the question of your liking? Then can't you see this 80 kg body? If you feel that 80 kg body was there, what was it before 50 years back? And what will it be after 50 years? It will never be that 80 kg body. So you are not that. Mind, you are not that. We have already learned that. Then what are you? Chidananda Rupaha Shivasyeva Lokam. So if you are that, where is that Chidananda Rupa has got this I and mine and my way and highway and all. What are you talking about? So drop it. Drop it. Papaugah paridhuyatam bhavasukhe doshonusandiyatam. Now see, slowly he is now, you know what he is doing? उसको बोलते हैं ब्रेन वॉश. दिस इज ब्रेन वॉश. भवसुखे दोष अनुसंधीयताम. In all what you are enjoying in this life, start seeing that there is dosha now. That means every time you start feeling happy, be sure that happiness is fleeting happiness. It is not shashvata happiness. That means if it has come, it will go. Correct? If it has come, it will go. That means this bhava can never give me sukha. If I am expecting sukha from this bhava, bhava means what? Hopefully you all know what is bhava. Bhu, bhava. Earth. Material. In objects. Sukhe. Oh, if I have a wife, then I am complete. Then if we have children, then we are complete. If I have a job, then I am happy. Okay. Anything, if my happiness is dependent on something, then it is fooling yourself. See how is now, till now you are talking about, see how mind is made, huh? See the way it is nicely going. First learn what is the right thing, then start working as per what is that formula, then what should be your attitude of working, and then slowly, now that you have a right attitude and right thing to do, drop the wrong things. And when you start dropping the wrong things, then you will see that this world can never give me sukha. Bhavasukhe doshaha. The world can only give me dukkha. That is also wrong. My sukha and my dukkha is not dependent on the world, is dependent on me and my mind. So I should learn to be with my mind and start working with my mind rather than looking at the world outside, which means start going introvert. Slowly start getting introvert. Are you able to get that thread? How nicely in the first line only from such a gross thing he has straight away gone to the mind. Bhavasukhe doshonusandiyata. The next step he will jump. It's a big jump. Atmecha vyavasiyatam. Be established on that. Very clearly. Nitya nitya vastu vivekaha. Where is that? The moment you know anitya vastu is dukkha or sukha karanam, that is a wrong knowledge. Don't depend on that. Leave that train, jump and hold the other train which is called nitya vastu, parabrahma. Are we able to get that? How nicely with karma, yes, suddenly moved there. Okay, so let us go to the shloka. Taduditam karmasvanushtiyatam teneshasya vidhiyatam apachitihi kamye matistajyatam papaugah paridhuyatam bhavasukhe doshonusandiyatam. See, atmecha vyavasiyatam. Have that very clear focus. What should be the goal of my life? Nitya vastu iti ekam brahmaha. That should be my goal. Tad vyatiriktam sarvam anityam. And that sarvam anityam doshaha anusandhiyatam. Are we able to get this? Huh? Hasn't he given a very quick way in just 5 phrases, straight away gone to the Vedanta. Yes? Atmecha vyavasiyata. Now he comes to the next one. Nijagrihat turnam vinirgamyatam. This word turna is, you know what? Immediately, instantaneously is that word meaning of Nijagriha, turnam. The moment you have Atmecha Vyavasiyatam, I have established in that Atma Vidya, Atma knowledge, get out of the house. He is telling it very emphatically here. Nija Grihat, from your own house, Turnam Vinirgamyatam, run away from that place. Why is he telling that? Why is he telling that? That means my Grihastha Ashrama is over. Think, what was the purpose of Grihastha Ashrama? What was the objective of Grihastha Ashrama? You have entered Grihastha Ashrama with an objective. And once you have achieved that objective, you have to quit it, right? What was the objective of Grihastha Ashrama? Sir, we didn't know that at all.
Dharma Praja.
After Dharma Praja, what? Then immediately after one Praja, you should leave and move away. Dharma Praja being one of the focus, do Nishkama Karma, and that mind which is Rajoguna running outwardly, allow it to mature so that it starts turning inward. And once it starts turning inward, you are going to review on what all you have done. And once you have started reviewing and you understand, oh my God, throughout my Grihastha Ashrama, I was looking at Sukha from the world, and that is my problem. I learnt in Brahmacharya Ashrama that I should not expect anything from the world, and in my day-to-day Grihastha Ashrama, it became virtually an unaware, unalert life where I started clinging to every sukha coming from the bhava. And then I realized ki, oh my God, this is not sukha, this is only dukkha-i dukkha. That is the time I start getting, did I go wrong somewhere? And again Brahmacharya Ashram knowledge will come and say, oh yes, I went wrong. Why? My mind should have been in Atmecha, but the whole mind was in Anatmecha in Grihastha Ashrama. The moment you understand that, come out of that setup, because that setup was what upset you and put you into Anatmecha, correct? You learnt Atmecha in Brahmacharya Ashrama. How did you go to Anatmecha? Because you allowed the mind to go with all the Anatma things which was happening in the Grihastha Ashrama. So that setup is not going to allow you to go inward. It will make it tougher. And once you understand that you have to establish inwardly, you will no more want a need to be there. You will say, bas ho gaya, chalo niklo. Chalo niklo. You know it is how? Whenever you are going to change your house, imagine all your material has gone to the new house. So the packers and movers have taken everything and gone the previous day. Now the night you are sleeping with minimal stuff. सुबह उठा तो गैस भी नहीं है, चाय किधर मिलने वाला है मालूम नहीं है. सुबह उठा तो what is the only thing in your mind? You will be behind everyone in the house. चलो 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 यार तैयार हो जाओ, let's go let's go let's go, और कुछ नहीं है. There is only एकाग्र बुद्धि. Get out from this place. Go and establish. अरे उधर जाके इतना काम है, ये सेट करने का वो सेट करने का सब आया रहेगा. Yes or no? That is called Nijagrihat Turnam Vinirgamyatam. The moment you know Atmecha Vyavasiyatam, get out of it mentally, cut yourself. Cut it. You have to take a very big axe and cut it. And you have to only cut it. No, I will not get stuck into the stupid Grihastha Ashramana. Over. It has done its job. Thank you, God, that the moment I understood that all the follies I did in Grihastha Ashrama, I have achieved what I wanted. Does it give sense or does it disturb all the Grihasthas? How many people are feeling disturbed? And in case you feel ऐसा कुछ होता नहीं, धीरे 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 एक दिन I will slowly come out of it, I'll mature like Urva Rukami Vabandhanat. You will see that. No. Kalah Kridati Gachatyayuhu Tadapi na Munchati Ashavayuhu. We have learnt it. Don't forget Bhajagovindam. सर पे मार मार के सिखाया है. If you feel that that will go by itself, you are fooling yourself. It will not. Which means what? I need to get out. Get out means what? Mentally cut. Physically you may still be there. That means what? I can happily be a paying guest in my house. I am there for any service. Otherwise, like the lotus sitting in the water, never getting wet, the drop of water sitting and trickling with the slightest breeze. If the grandchild comes and says, Dadaji, Nanaji, how are you? You also play. After that, the child goes, you are back into your. Don't keep asking, did you eat food? इधर गया क्या, वो हुआ क्या, ऐसा हुआ क्या, ये क्यों नहीं किया? And then we have all the time. Others don't have the time. And what we remember is not Atma, all our Anatma Kachra, which we want to verbally vomit out. You know, in our times, ऐसा ऐसा होता था. आज आप लोग को देखो, हमारा ज़माने में क्या क्या था मालूम है? ऐसा करते थे, वो करते थे, ये करते थे. Another problem. Think. It's a major problem. Why? We have not fine-tuned our mind to Atmecha Vyavasiyatam. It is still running to that Anatma, still running. I have been incapacitated to do anything in that place. Still my mind is saying, क्या रंगीन जवानी थी, राजा और एक रानी थी. Think. कितना बड़ा कीड़ा है वो अंदर की, छोड़ के नहीं जाएगा. How much of an antibiotic is required to remove that कीड़ा out? And that can be done only when we have the right focus during Grihastha Ashrama, that this is a temporary place. Most of us, Grihastha Ashrama is a permanent place. For that added every emotional stuff will also be there. जिस घर पे मेरी डोली आई है, उसी घर से मेरा अर्थी भी जाना है, and all those nonsense will be there. That is good in pictures. Dharma Shastra, none of these things work. डोली आई है for Grihastha Ashrama, अर्थी का पहला, you walk with both your legs and get out of that house. Go. Don't be dependent on that setup. Learn to be independent. Learn to accept everything the way it comes, the way it is. Because जैसा एक पत्ते को होने वाला है, वैसा मुझे भी होने वाला है. एक पत्ता कभी भी गिर रहा है ना, रोज इतना पत्ते गिर रहे हैं. When you take a bunch of leaves, you will see many will be having holes in it, many will be torn, many will be like that. Why my body cannot be torn and it cannot have problems? सिर्फ पत्ते को ही होना है क्या? Like that in my body also it will happen. I will also feel that I need to be clinging, someone should take care for me. मेरे लिए बोल के कोई नहीं है, क्या जरूरत है? मेरे लिए बोलने के लिए एक ईश्वर है, और उधर कंपटीशन बिल्कुल नहीं है, फुल फ्रीडम, 100% yours, no one to share with you. Go. क्या करने का? सुबह शाम उठो, take God's name, be with clean thoughts, learn, practice it, and days will continue till you die. What is the problem? Correct? सर्वत्रैषा विहिता रीति. Every time when we look at आजू बाजू का घर में क्या हो रहा है, that is the time you start feeling, oh, am I an odd one out? बाकी सब लोग तो ऐसा with their grandchildren and great grandchildren and everyone they are enjoying, and I am sitting here भगवान का नाम लेके. Am I wasting my time? Be mentally prepared that you are the only minority. Why? Because you are the only lucky person who have understood it. Why? Only you understand Atma Ichha Vyavasiyata. The mind will slip slowly there, but the moment it comes to Atma Ichha Vyavasiyatam, that Atma Santushta, when you start getting it, you will not bother. You will say, "Theek hai, chalta hai." They are happy that way, I am happy this way. Why should I compare? Are we able to get? They're tough lessons, sir. Shastras are not going to tell you which you like, but Shastras are going to tell which is good for you. The doctor will never give you only sweet medicine. He will give you the medicine which is good for you. अगर मुझे कड़वा पसंद है, करेला पसंद है, तो I will enjoy that medicine. अगर मीठा पसंद है, and if the medicine is मीठा, let me enjoy it. But because of my taste, I cannot decide that I will not take the medicine. That is impossible. That option is not there. समझ में आ रहा है? Clear? निजगृहात् तूर्णम विनिर्गम्यताम. Be ready to get out. Why? If you don't be ready, one day Mr. YD is waiting. You know who is Mr. YD? Anyone knows who is Mr. YD?
Yamadharmaraj.
Mr. Yamadharmaraja is waiting to pull and take you out. तभी भी मैं ना छोड़ूंगी. I will be here only. क्यों? We have taken a vow, 7 जन्म तक तुम्हारे ही साथ, है कि नहीं? लेकिन सपोज वो टाइम पे बोला नहीं नहीं इसके साथ ठीक है, मेरे साथ फाइन, लेकिन मेरे साथ इन लॉस भी आएंगे. नको बाबा, तुम्ही पण नको. समझ में आ रहा है? तो अभी से ही सोच लेना. तुम भी नहीं मानते, तुम्हारा इन लॉ भी नहीं मानते, मुझे जन्म ही नहीं मानते, मुझे संसार ही नहीं मानते. समझ में आए? इट्स इजी टू ड्रॉप. इट्स इजी टू ड्रॉप. मुझे ये देह ही नहीं मानते, तो देन वेयर इज अ क्वेश्चन ऑफ यू एंड योर संसार एंड योर इन लॉस एंड माई इन लॉस एंड व्हाट इज दिस? डजंट मेक सेंस. दैट इज आत्मेच्छा व्यवसीयता. And mentally then you are ready to renounce that house setup. And people, when they couldn't do it, there was something called as an outhouse. There was something called as vanaprastha. You know, aranya and vana are two different. Aranya is a dense jungle. Vana is where some few trees are there. It's a bunch of trees together. It's like a what you call as a mangrove or some groves.
Woods.
Woods. So it is where you can go there. No wildlife and all will be there. It is a safe place. No disturbance from the other setup. So people who want to give up nijagriha turnam vinirgamyatam, they have a place there. Unfortunately, when people meet there, chalu ho jata hai. Another samsara starts there, which is the worst thing. There the idea is you should have quality time only for yourself to do Ishvara Chintana and do upasana. But there it ends up, because birds of the same feather flock together. One will talk of diabetes, other will talk of blood pressure. आज बीपी कितना था? नहीं आज थोड़ा ज़्यादा था. नहीं मैंने डायबिटीज़ देखा. फिर डॉक्टर को व्हाट्सएप भी किया. डॉक्टर बोला चलने दो, थोड़ा और एक आधा गोली ले लो, उससे अच्छा घर पे ही बैठो ना. Why leave the house and come here and do all this तमाशा? समझ में आ रहा है? So don't mentally, it is called mentally cut off from the setup. Correct? See, when we grow and then we start behaving like a small kid, what do everyone say and what do we feel about ourselves? Don't behave childish. Correct? So when we become vanaprastha, you should say don't behave grihasti man. Enough. Stop this grihasti giri. बंद करो यार गृहस्थी गिरी. अभी हम वानप्रस्थी हो गए, है कि नहीं? ये गृहस्थी गिरी बंद करो. चाइल्डिशनेस ना, वैसा गृहस्थानेस बंद करो. 30-40 साल से हमारा अंदर बैठा है, वो इतना जल्दी नहीं जाएगा. राइट? And for that atmecha vyavasiyatam should be very, very strong. Then only you will be ready to. Unless you enjoy that, your 3/4 should be in that boat. 1/4 को इधर पकड़ के रखने का. क्यों? कभी एकदम ही तकलीफ हुआ कि आई कांट मैनेज माई सेल्फ, ठीक है, एक व्हाट्सएप या मैसेज, समवन विल कम टू टेक केयर ऑफ मी, 4 दिन, ठीक है, उसके बाद बाबा तुम जाओ, नाउ आई कैन टेक केयर ऑफ माई सेल्फ. So no problem to yourself. And you know one of the best thing, the best time to see what you have achieved is this time. Do you know that actually? Unbinding contentment comes at this time. How? I have put efforts during my grihastha ashrama and there is a setup ready. I am a part of the setup. That setup has got certain rules, regulations and a way of working. That is why आपका घर में एक रीत रिवाज है, हमारे घर में एक रीत रिवाज है, सब अलग अलग है, चलते रहता है. हमारा घर में ऐसा नहीं है, तुम्हारा घर में ऐसा नहीं. We keep telling it. Why? घर घर की बात अलग अलग है. So there is a setup which is done, there is a discipline in the setup, there are things happening, and when you go out, when everything is fine, you will actually sit out and see like a beautiful person who has drawn a nice picture, enjoying their own creation. You will sit and see, Arey wah, everything is working so beautiful. Kya problem hai? It doesn't need me anymore. I am very happy because everything is working the way it should work. Ups and downs will be there, but they are capable. There is no solution at all times which anyone can give. But if I made people able to take their own decision to find out their solution, I think I have done my job. So you can sit out and relaxedly see the fun and picture. बाहर बैठ के पिक्चर देखो. Don't get involved in the picture. ठीक है, थोड़ा देर के बाद बोर मारा, टीवी बंद करके सो जाओ. आज का घर का चैनल खत्म, पिक्चर खत्म, सो जाओ. कल वापस चालू करो, कैसा है? हाँ चल रहा है, ठीक है. So see the movie that way ना. नहीं every day like Rajinikanth I have to only be the hero. At the age of 70 also I will wear a wig and be the hero. I will do all those things by which I will jump. बाबा हड्डी तुम्हारा टूटेगा, उधर स्टंटमैन है उसको, इधर तुम करने जाएगा तो तुम्हारा सब हड्डी टूटेगा. ऑलरेडी lot of back problem, standing in crutches by the time it is age of 60. खाली वो फिर भी वो डंडा लेने के लिए तैयार नहीं है, उसके बाद भी उड़ी मारने का that I will do everything. Especially people who want to work after retirement. No, how can I sit at home and waste time? I'm not interested in money. जो भी मिलेगा चलेगा, but I want to be occupied. Buddhu, why occupied? Because you don't have the right focus in life. Haven't you wasted your time being occupied for till this age of 60? Now you get a golden chance to go introvert, leave the setup Don't be occupied. Just enjoy and learn. Get the qualities for jnanam. Get the eligibilities for jnanam. Are we able to get this? Yeah? The problem which we have is we don't know what is brahmacharya ashram. What is taught in our schools does not give any goal other than just by hook or crook doing anything, earn, and earn. I live to earn. I have no time to even eat food. Why? I have to earn. By hook or crook, earn. Why? There is a very big myth that this money is going to give me safety, security, sukha, which is a very, 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 very wrong knowledge. The earlier we understand that that doesn't happen, the faster you are in Atmecha Vyavasiyata. So, I absolutely was a failure in Brahmacharya ashram. With that fail degree in my hand, I enter Grihastha ashram. Another big clean bold. Why? I have only one Sahasranama Archana throughout the day. This is bad, that is bad, this person is bad, that person is bad. इधर भी politics है, वो भी है, government भी कुछ नहीं करता है, मोदी भी कुछ नहीं करता है. That channels are all stupid. बस यही सहस्रनाम अर्चना है. मॉर्निंग गेटअप यही चालू, रात को सोने तक यही चालू. सुनने वाला अलग अलग लोग हैं. अर्चना वही है रोज. 30 साल यही अर्चना करने के बाद आप नींद में क्या बोलोगे? यही अर्चना बोलोगे. Correct? Now, in such a situation, now we are saying that whatever has happened till this age of 50, 55, 60 is all ulta pulta, and it becomes a very big shock. क्या बात कर रहे हो? Especially when you see that the majority is going in one direction and we are saying that that majority itself is wrong. You will say you have gone mad. And if it was my teacher, they have better things to also say. I can't tell that. They will say very clearly, what for you, Swamiji? You have not got married. You marry and see, then you will come to know what problems are there. He says, that is why I did not get married. It is very easy for you to say, no, I can't tell that because I am already married. Correct? So I don't have that opportunity to tell like my teachers because they are sannyasis. And they immediately tell very nicely about it and very happily they are there. Okay? Correct? So, now when everything you see that till the age of 50, jo bhi hua hai sab gadbad hai, it is actually very fearful to change the path today. कैसा पाव उधर रखे? इधर मालूम है जाएगा तो it is like between the fire and the frying pan. इधर गया तो problem because I know it is wrong. उधर जाने का I don't have the guts. Correct? आसमान से टपका खजूर में अटका and बीच में लटकने वाले हम. Because all this Vedanta is going to now create कीड़ा in my mind that I see दोषोनुसंधीयताम. But आत्मेच्छा व्यवसीयताम बीच बीच में आता है like स्मशान वैराग्य. When someone dies, आत्मेच्छा व्यवसीयताम will just come out like bubbling. वो गटर में से बबल होते हैं ना, वैसा बाहर आता है वो टाइम पे. The moment घर जाके स्नान कर दिया वो भी चला गया. आत्मेच्छा व्यवसीयताम is over. आज जेवण काय बनवलं, खाना क्या है, शुरू हो जाते हैं गाड़ी, है कि नहीं? Then what happens? निजगृहात् तूर्णम विनिर्गम्यताम. If I leave this setup, फिर मैं किसके पास जाके सहस्रनाम अर्चना करूं? प्रॉब्लम वो है. That is why old क्या elder senior citizen association. चलो भाई, शाम को 1 घंटा बैठो और सहस्रनाम अर्चना, दैट इज कॉल्ड ग्रुप सहस्रनाम अर्चना चालू हो जाते हैं उधर, है कि नहीं? तुमचा घरी काय झालं, आमचा घरी काय झालं, ऐसा हुआ वैसा हुआ, क्यों हुआ, ऐसा नहीं होना म्हणता है, सब जगह इतना बेकार है, मोदी गवर्नमेंट इज बैड, कांग्रेस इज थर्ड रेट. अपना टाइम में क्या होता था चालू है. इससे बाहर निकलना बहुत जरूरी है. एंड यू कैन कम आउट ओनली व्हेन यू गेट हुक्ड ऑन टू समथिंग. सी, इफ यू हैव टू लीव समथिंग ना, फर्स्ट होल्ड समथिंग. Only when you hold and you feel which is tight, you are ready to leave the other one. Correct? Every day we cannot meet and keep asking that how to leave this. It is not going to give an answer. For that you have to go and first hold something. Hold, then you will have the guts to leave it. Correct? And that is where you have to first hold to Atmecha Vyavasiyata. No other option. Think about it. कितना भी वी से भगवान का नाम लिया, नाम संकीर्तन किया, योगा किया, बहुत अच्छा लगा. इट इज एट दैट टाइम व्हेन यू आर डूइंग इट, द मोमेंट दैट इज ओवर, वी आर बैक टू स्क्वायर वन. यस और नो? वी आर बैक टू स्क्वायर वन. Right? The idea is not to frighten you all. The idea is to review and look at what we are doing. Is it right? Don't do it abruptly, instantaneously. Plan. Say that, okay, in next 10 years, I will cut off myself slowly. Have your own plan. It's like shares में पैसा डालते हैं तो you are ready to wait for it to grow and start giving returns. Like that, Atmecha Vyavasiyatam, start investing. Start investing. Give enough time for it to give returns. And once it starts giving returns, that is the time you will not have time to even look at that Nijagrihat. It will automatically go. 24 hours are only there. As age grows, sleep will reduce. When sleep reduces, you have 20 hours at least. क्योंकि 4 घंटे से ज़्यादा नींद नहीं आता है. 20 hours में if 10 hours are going in Atmecha Vyavasiyatam, automatically Nijagrihat Turnam Vinirgamyatam reduces. Correct? So don't try to cut it. Say that if I am going to think about Atmecha today 10 minutes, after 2 months I will think 15 minutes. After 4 months I will think 30 minutes. After 1 year, I will start thinking about Atmecha Vyavasiyatam very qualitatively for 1 hour. Like that, start moving. And you will start liking it. And once you start liking it and feeling the confidence, you know you don't have to leave Griha. If this increases, that has already got left. That is the beauty of it. तुम जैसा इधर पाव रखा, it is like saying, I have already come to second floor. Means what? I have left the first floor indirectly. Very good. One message has come. In Grihastha Ashrama there are 2 people. There can be 2 people or 200 people. And that is why the beauty of Vanaprastha, you know, in what the way they have told in Manusmriti. You go alone or go with your partner. If the partner feels that they also need Vanaprastha, then go with them. Otherwise, tell Amma or Uncle, I have done my duty. You still want to continue, please be there. Me ahe tikde. I will come whenever required and I will go back. Slowly after 6 months, Amma will be very happy. Kat gele. Hai ki nahi? So don't think too much about them. Think about yourself. Think about yourself. Don't bother. Be very, very selfish when it comes to Atma Vidya. Don't bother about. We are telling to leave the setup, and the question is here also you are saying like a Siamese twins as though you were born together. Me and my husband, we were born together. We are living together. We will die together. ऐसा कुछ होता नहीं है. It is incidental that you both got married, and it will be on till whoever dies first. दैट्स ऑल इज अ रियलिटी. तो इससे ज़्यादा उसको क्यों वैल्यू कर रहे हो? करेक्ट. So don't worry on all those things. At this moment also, if one of the person dies, the other person is going to live, and that's a reality. Correct? Why can't we think about that way and say that, okay, let's imagine from this moment I am dead or that person is dead, and let me continue. You don't have to, you can still have all the love, affection, duty, continue all that, but you don't need to have that bondage. See, the question is bondage, not action. It is that mental bondage is what we are trying to say. Don't change your action. ऐसा नहीं बोलना है फेस नहीं देखूंगी. नो 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 नो, क्योंकि आपको देखा तो then there are different thoughts coming in my mind. No, that all is stupidity. Okay, so it should be very clear. Mature out. Every relationship matures out very nicely. And you know what is the best thing? When it goes from 50 to maybe 60, 70, it is more jhagda in the house between husband and wife, because बाकी सब लोग जाते. These old people have no other job but only to fight with each other. Or they will fight. But after 80, what happens? Mauna Vyakhya Prakatita Para Brahma. एक गपचुप एक कोने में, दूसरा गपचुप दूसरा कोने में. And communication happens very beautifully. ऐसा खाली देखा तो मालूम पड़ा पानी मनता है. You don't have to even tell. That is called maturing of relationship. है कि नहीं? Don't we see it? Don't we experience it? Correct? That's what it means. Mature out. It is so nice to be matured in such relationship, rather than feeling that we are I'm so bound that without that person I cannot live. Kitna, think about it, how much you are dependent. Need not be. Okay, we will continue next time. Because Atmecha Vyavasiyatam Nijagrihat Purnam Vinirgamyatam, this line gets over. Then Sangha Satsu Vidhiyatam we will start in the next class. Okay, I think I want, because these, if you take it as discrete, it gives you a different meaning, but when you put all this together, it's a very nice, beautiful progression. How to move in life. Does it make sense? Does it give more meaning? Does it give you a path of going ahead very clearly, right? So with this we will stop today. If there are any questions only on this topic, ask. Otherwise, as we go ahead, we will explore what more things have been told. Any questions on this? Let me know. Hopefully, Megha, your answer you have got.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully, you have got the answer I said.
Yes, sir.
हाँ. Mega Bhate was mega what before?
Nikam.
Huh?
Nikam.
Mega Nikam. So when Mega Nikam can become Mega Bhate can become Mega also. No Nikam, no Bhate.
Yes.
Simple.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Okay, chalo. So we will stop it here today and we will continue in the next week. Tomorrow we will have Upanishad Ganga. Okay. And today evening we've got 6 o'clock Vishnu Sahasranama as usual what we chant. And 6:30 we have got Ayyappa Puja. So whoever wants can join. 8 o'clock is the regular other Vedanta class for Tattva Bodha, which will be there. Tomorrow we will have the Upanishad Ganga, and at 6:30 again we will go back to Vishnu Sahasranama. Yeah. Okay. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. You know, one of the good things is if you start taking classes or when you are into such Zoom and all, and when connectivity goes now, you have to see that time what is your state of mind. You are trying to say something and everyone are just frozen like this. You will not even know connectivity has gone. Then someone will say that, sir, it has gone. By the time the YouTube has stopped, the everything has stopped. Now you don't know what to do. And you know what is the best answer at that time? Just keep quiet. Everything gets set again in less than 2 minutes. Don't do anything. The YouTube gets re-established, the Zoom gets re-established, and then you ask, okay, last what did you hear? Continue from there. This teaches that 2 minutes teaches such a lot of patience, such a lot of calmness in the mind that you don't have to do anything. And we believe that we have to do something, we have to do. If we don't do something, there is a problem. Okay. ये सब थोड़ा एक्सपीरियंस करना. कोई चीज़ को ऐसा छोड़ दो, देखो क्या मज़ा आता है, वो अपने आप सेट होता है. एंड दैट गिव्स यू अ बिग सरप्राइज. माय गॉड, आई वाज थिंकिंग आई वाज डूइंग इट. दैट इज द टाइम यू आर फीलिंग बुद्धू, यू आर नॉट डूइंग एनीथिंग. इट वाज जस्ट हैपनिंग. घोड़ा अपने आप चल रहा था, तुम घोड़े पे बैठ के लगा रहा था कि तुम घोड़े को चला रहे हो. नहीं नहीं, घोड़ा अपने आप जा रहा था, तुम खाली उसके ऊपर बैठ के सवारी जैसा जा रहे थे. दैट्स ऑल. ओके. एंड देन यू स्टार्ट एंजॉइंग इट. Then you enjoy the good savari because you are without tension. Now you have to sit. कुछ करना नहीं है, बैठा है बस, अपने आप जाते रहेगा. Good. चलो. Yeah, I'm stopping it now.
धन्यवाद.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.